Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. Tonight's video is about the mini budget again. Obviously I was away when this was announced and I'm a bit late to the party on this one. However, it has to be said. The benefits thing that he talked about. Now, I have made notes, so you can tell I'm not happy with this. Now, seemingly in the pre-speech about the over 50s. Now, I know that the majority of my viewers are over 50s. So, I'm thinking that you're probably thinking on the same wavelength as me. But pre his speech, he said that the over 50s will be maximising hours people take on to help grow the economy. Well, okay. That was a bit of a red flag. And then in the speech, because this is not just the over 50s, this is pretty much everyone. In his speech, he says, we will make work pay by reducing people's benefits if they don't fulfil their job search commitments. I'm sorry, what? How is that making work pay? That's not making work pay. That is penalising people. And we will also provide extra support for unemployed over 50s. Okay, what does that mean? So then I went and looked at the thing that the government's put up on their website. And it says, there are going to be new measures to help people on low incomes secure more and better paid work. Universal claimants earning less than the equivalent of 15 hours a week will be required, not helped, required, to meet regularly with a work coach and take active steps or face having their benefits reduced. And this will bring people into a more intensive work search routine. Pretty sure if they're struggling, they're not needing a more intensive work search routine. Job seekers over 50 will also be given extra time with work coaches to help return to the jobs market. Because seemingly there's been quite a few over 50s have not gone back to the jobs market since the pandemic, citing stress, mental health and ill health. Yep. There's a lot of this long COVID, there's a lot of it no well, but we'll come on to why there's an awful lot of this other stuff as well. Seemingly, rising economic inactivity in over 50s is contributing to shortages in the job markets, driving up inflation and limiting growth. Don't you dare try and tell me that the fact that over 50s who do not want to work on a minimum wage when they've got 30 years experience is driving up inflation and limiting growth. Do not give me your rubbish. That is a load of codswallop. Can you see the words I'm trying not to use? We are not. Returning to pre-pandemic could boost level of GDP by 0.5 and 1 percentage point. What a load of rubbish. What a load of pass the buck onto the poor. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. However, I am pretty sure there is an Anti-Discrimination Act in this country. And that Anti-Discrimination Act says that no one should be discriminated against. At the moment, I think that the over 50s and the poor are being discriminated against absolutely to ridiculous levels. Now, this supposed help you get back to work, but if you don't go and do your extra meetings with your work coach, if you don't accept the stupid jobs that they try and give you because they're determined you should work more, then you will get sanctioned. Maybe they'd be better chasing the companies that do not pay their taxes, that absolutely pay accountants to find loopholes and actively avoid paying taxes, actively avoid putting up wages. And don't even start me on the fact that they're now limiting what unions can do. Oh, that didn't take them long to come in to find, did it? No. As soon as the unions start being active again, when people are absolutely on their knees, there's legislation saying, oh no, we need to change the way the unions are working, can't have them having the power. Well, I am sick to death of companies having the power. And I am sick to death of companies paying minimum wage. And I am sick to death of the government saying, you need to go and look harder for work. I'm sorry, I have had 30 years experience as an administrator. I am damn good at what I do. I know this because my boss tells me this. I am certainly not accepting a minimum wage job just to go and try and help the government take their GDP up from where they left it in the sewer because of the previous way they did things. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. Oh dear God, I'm cross. But I mean, this is just utterly ridiculous. And the fact, see, back on this page, the fact that this new measures to help people. No, this is not new measures to help people. This is new measures to penalise people if they don't bow and scrape to the job centres or the government and go, please sir, let me work more hours. Please sir, let me work myself into the grave when I'm in my 50s and my doctors told me I shouldn't be working. I mean, have you watched that movie? I Am Daniel something? Dear God, if you have not watched that movie, go watch it. It is a Ken Loach film. Ken Loach, Loach. I Am Daniel, I don't think it's Daniel Craig, but you know, it's I Am Daniel something. Go watch that movie and see how the doctor tells you shouldn't be working because you've got heart problems. And the job coach is saying, well, can you lift your hand above your head? Can you walk more than 50 yards? Well, you're capable of working then. Oh, you're not working? Well, no, because the doctor says no. Oh, well, you're getting sanctions, you've got no money. And that is how it works in this country. And now, us are getting told we need to go and do more jobs because it's our fault. Our fault that inflation's gone up. Do not give me your rubbish. So if you are on benefits or an over 50, please be very careful because they're coming for you. And if you are over 50s or you're working part-time, get yourself in a union because, dear God, there's very little protection out there for us and we need to start looking out for each other and helping each other. And if you haven't started prepping, especially if you're on benefits, prep your ass off. Get as much as you can for as little as you can because sanctions are coming again. I am absolutely disgusted at the way this government is trying to say, says her, turning the page again, trying to say that the inactivity in over 50s is driving up inflation and limiting growth. No. That is not what's driving up inflation and that is not what's limiting growth. It's their pathetic, useless way of suggesting that given all these high-paid, dividend shareholding people all these tax breaks, and you don't think that's harming the economy when they won't put a wage up. People are on their knees. NHS staff are leaving in droves. Teachers are leaving in droves. Emergency services are leaving in droves. It's actually much better for them to get a job driving a Tesco delivery lorry. They've got much less hassle, much less stress, and they get paid more. What does that say for our country? What does that say for our government? Do you know, this is the over 50s fault. I'm spitting flames. And you should be too. This is ridiculous. And notice now that what they've done is they've put out this thing saying, this is what we're going to do. Here's our growth plan. Oh, look, it's conference season. We're away. So there's no coming back to them. There's no arguing with them. There's no Prime Minister's questions. There's no nothing. So, yes, I missed that on Friday. I found it today. As you can tell, I'm not impressed, and neither should you be. The fact that those of us who are of a certain age are getting targeted and getting blamed after we've been working and paying taxes in this country for so many years, do not even at me. I am not happy with that at all. So I am going to go and have a cup of tea and calm down and get this uploaded. But I shall catch you later.